I want you to know something, that this world is a journey, and this world is also a race. And the third one is that this world is also a battlefield, and you are not the only one in the race of this world. You are not the only one on that field of battle, but you really need to take your journey, your life in your hands, and it has to do with your determination and how far you are able to also run your own race. By the grace of God, about 3 weeks ago, we started a topic that says procrastination syndrome. And 3 weeks ago, I really dwelt more on what is procrastination. And last week, we also dwell and explain more on the danger of procrastination, the danger, what you should be expect if you are the type that really dwells in that place, that always says, I can always do it later. But today, by the grace of God, we want to look at the way out from what I call procrastination syndrome. The way out from what I call procrastination syndrome. I want to establish my points from the scripture. I am in the book of 2 Kings, chapter 7. I want to start reading from verse 3. 2 Kings, chapter 7, from verse 3. Says, Now there were 4 leprous men at the entrance of the gates, and they said to one another, Why are we sitting here until we die? If we say we will enter the city, the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit here, we die also. Now, therefore, come, let us surrender to the army of the Syrians. If they kill us, if they keep us alive, we remain, we shall live. And if they kill us, we shall only die. I want to read verse 4 again. It says, If we say we will enter the city, the famine is in the city, and we shall die there. And if we sit here, we'll die also. Now therefore, come, let us surrender to the army of the Syrians. If they keep us alive, we shall live. And if they kill us, we shall only die. By the grace of God, today we want to look at the way out from what I call procrastination syndrome. What is the way out? You know, here is the story of 4 leprous men. They are inconsequential people. They cannot live with their people. They live outside the gate. They live outside the town. And Leviticus chapter 13 and 14 really explain what happened to these people. Whenever you have such terminal disease, you know, in that land, in that particular time, you know what happens is, if these people are passing or they are coming, they have to continue jingling the bell, and what they'll be saying is that unclean, unclean unclean, that is, they are unclean. You that you are clean, find your way so that you will not have any contact with them. Their family have rejected them. They live all alone. All what they do is to ask for alms from the passerby people day and night. But there came a day, these people within themselves, they make up their mind, why are we here? If we say we should go back to the city, famine is in the city, we cannot see what to eat. And if we say we should go to the army of the Syrian, what are we going to do? They will kill us. But we must not sit on the fence. They make up their mind to do something. And that is what we want to use as our case study today. The 4 leprous men, they made up their mind within themselves. They said, no, we cannot continue the same way. There should be a way out. I want to believe probably is one out of them that discovers something. That something really start boiling within him and said, no, why are we here? Don't let us just waste our life here. If we say we should go back to the city, the family is there. If we say we should go to the army of the Syrian, they will kill us. But then we must do something. The way out from the spirit of procrastination. It says, for the Lord, okay, now, inasmuch they have made up their mind to do something. Now, the next verse, I want to read verse 6 of that same chapter. It says, for the Lord has caused the army of the Syrian to hear the noise of chariots and the noise of horses, the noise of great army. So they said to one another, look, the king of Israel has had against us the kings of Hittites, and like that. What am I trying to say? They make up their mind at least to take the first step. And from the first step that they took, God, the sound is the noise of the chariots, is the noise of the horses, and the noise of great army. This is the way out. My viewers outside there, take the first step. There is always a step you take, and from that step you began to see the green light of your life. If you remain where you are and you are saying, I can always do it tomorrow, you will remain there. And don't forget where I started this today, is that this life is a race and is also a battle. This life is a journey. So a lot of people are on this race. So you must not remain where you are. You must fight the spirits of procrastination. They made up their minds, said, no, let us move. And they move. The way out today is that take the first step. And what is the first step I'm talking about? Okay, let me continue with the 4 leopard. They ignite their inner man. Probably I said maybe one of them, because it's one of them that says no, we cannot remain here, we should move ahead. He encourage others. So they ignite the inner man. The person you can touch, everybody can see, or you can see in the mirror, is not the real person. That person you can see or you can touch is just the body, the building, but the you is that inner man. And that was what these people did here. They make up their mind, they ignite the inner man inside of them. They wake up their inner man. Sometimes your inner man may be sleeping, and once you fail to wake the inner man up, the inner man will continue to sleep and sleep and sleep. They wake up their inner man to face the challenge. There are challenges, and after those challenges, definitely success is after. But you must take that first step. I says these people wake up the giants inside of them. They wake up of the truth. They are inconsequential people. Their family cannot do with them. Their environment have rejected them. But they said, no, we cannot remain in a spot. We must take a first step. So they took the first step. You also, that you are listening to me today, take that first step first. Once you take that first step, then the spirit of fear that is saying, don't do it, you can always do it tomorrow, will take its leave out of your life. Then you'll be able to continue your journey. I quickly want to mention some things here that you really need to take step on. That business that the Lord has laid into your hearts. Maybe you're looking at the capital, but take a step on that business. You have been thinking, you have been preparing about that business. This is what I want to do. I don't have money. Take a step. At least discuss this business with someone. Take the first step first. The four leprosy here, they took that their first step, and until they took that step, the Lord never do anything with their life. But once the Lord have seen their enthusiasm, he said, no, it is time for me to arise. And because of the step they took, then they liberated their generation. I said it 3 weeks ago that some people are attached to you. There are people you really need to liberate. But until you discover yourself like the four leopard, until you wake up that giant inside of you, until you ignite the inner man, things may remain the same thing. So that business that the Lord has laid into your hearts, take a step. Discuss this business with someone. Take that first step, and you'll be surprised what the Lord will do in your life. My brethren, that ministry that the Lord has placed into your hand, you are looking at what is happening in the world. Take the first step. Your generation are waiting for you. The people the Lord has sent you to are there waiting for you. And until you take that first step, you may remain the same. And the Lord is still waiting until you wake up that inner man inside of you and at least take a step. You want to travel abroad, probably to your own land, your promised land, where the Lord has prepared everything. Take a step. Stop procrastinating. At least within where you are, within our nation, you can still get a passport. At least take a step and get that passport. Yet take the first step. And other thing, the Lord knows how to go about them. But the first step is very, very important in your life. You are given an admission as a student. You think you don't have money. Probably you don't have money. At least get transport. Get the transport fee. Go to that school. Go and see what your colleagues are doing over there. Take that first step. Don't just sit down and this is my admission now and my parent cannot send me. I've passed, but my parents have failed. No, just look for the sum of money that can take you to that school. Go there first. What are they doing there? Go and look at what your colleagues are doing. That is the first step. That is, we call it the step of faith. Until you take that step, you may still remain the same way. You see, today our society are filled with corruption, are filled with different kind of things because people have an idea. It's not as if they didn't have idea, but they fail to take a step. They procrastinate. I will do it later. Let me still continue with this. Maybe when I have money. When is that time? Today, take a step about what the Lord has given unto you. You have an idea. Probably you want to sell an idea to a particular company. And you are looking at, how do I go about it? I don't have what it takes to go there. No, just take a step first. I remember a brother that woke up one day and said, I have interest in this company. I want to work with this company. And he arose that day and he went to the company. When he got there, he saw the secretary. The secretary, connected him with the CEO. And when he got there, the man asked him to sit down. He explained himself, and the man said, okay, tomorrow you come with your application. He said, sir, I am with my application here. And the man somehow laughed and said, look as if you are serious. And he collected the application. Okay, tomorrow you can come for your interview. And he told the man, said, sir, I am ready for the interview now. And the man eventually laughed and was like, okay. And they started the interview and all that. And when he got to a particular time, the man now asked him, how much did you want to take? And he told the man, said, I want to work for this company for free. And that was when the man lost himself and began to laugh. You want to work for this company for free? He said, yes, I just want to use my talent. And the man said, okay, start. And maybe about 2 weeks or some days to the end of the month. And he started working with this man. He will be the first person to get to his place of work. He will be the last person to go home continuously. In fact, by the time, at the end of the month, they didn't give him money for maybe 1 week or 10 days. They gave him complete 1 month salary. Because he took a step. You can always take a step. Don't forget these 4 leprous men. They took that step and the